testing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing. Actually, this is our annual trip lah. It's we after our Mongolia trip, straight away we come up with an idea of going to Japan. However, we supposed to come last year, but due to some teammates restriction, so we are here in Japan 2026.
Japan, a country known for its neon cities, ancient temples, and bullet trains that seem to outrun time itself. But beyond the crowds and the postcard destinations lies another Japan. A Japan of winding mountain roads, hidden fishing villages, quiet forests, and countless stories waiting beyond the next bend. For the next few days, 6 lifelong friends will trade comfort for adventure as we set off on motorcycles across the heart of the country. Hundreds of miles, questionable navigation, and 6 friends sharing one adventure. This is our journey. Our journey begins in Osaka. From there, we'll ride north towards Kyoto. Pushing deeper into central Japan, we will ride through Kanazawa, the capital of the Ishikawa prefecture, and the picturesque mountain city of Takayama. Eventually, our route will curve south again, riding through Nagoya and back into the Kansai region, through forgotten villages and rugged coastlines, towards the wild landscapes and sacred trails of Wakayama. As summer approaches, I can't think of a better way to start the journey than with some somen noodles. Nagashi somen, which means flowing noodles, is one of Japan's most unique summer traditions. Sure, this is pretty gimmicky, but it was a lot of fun. By the second day of riding through Japan, something became obvious. Japanese culture shows itself on the road. Drivers are patient, aware, and incredibly considerate, especially towards motorcycles. There's a quiet respect in the way people move, and it changes the experience completely.
For tour, there are many modes of transport. You can take a train, drive a car, sit in the coach, ride a bike. But nothing can compare to a bike ride tour. When you're riding the bike, your vision or your view is almost a 270-degree view if you turn your head left and right. You can see almost everything. And while you're riding, you control your pace. When there's nice picturesque place, you slow down, you take your view, you stop, take your pictures. And during the ride, you can feel the air, the temperature, the smell that rush through you, and all your senses open up to all this. That makes the whole bike trip or the bike tour feel so close to you. And that's the best experience.
Today that road takes us north towards Kanazawa. we started turning south towards Takayama. Along the way, we stopped at Shirakawa-go, a picturesque UNESCO World Heritage Village tucked away in Gifu Prefecture. Shirakawa-go feels like stepping into old Japan, but there is something oddly unnatural about it. A place built by another time now existing within the rhythm of ours. And maybe that is okay. Places like this were never meant to remain untouched. They survive by adapting, by existing alongside modern life, and by continuing to be seen and remembered. Hida beef sukiyaki. If there's one thing Gifu takes seriously, it's beef. Hida beef is one of Japan's most prized wagyu, known for its delicate marbling, rich umami, and texture that practically melts away with every bite. Raised with strict standards and generations of craftsmanship, it's more than just a meal. It's a reflection of the care and precision Japan puts into everything it does. As we continued riding south, one of the moments we had been looking forward to most was lunch prepared by the ama divers of Mie. These are traditional women free divers whose culture has been recognized as part of Japan's heritage. Getting there was part of the experience. We had to ride up a narrow, winding road that climbed steadily up the hillside.
Whoa, look at the smoke, man.
It's a coastal ride here on out as we make our way towards Wakayama. Unexpectedly, the weather turned wet and soggy. So we decided hot pot would be the best choice for dinner. By the next morning, the rain still had not relented. Nevertheless, like the troopers that we are, the mission carried on. For the longest time, I had wanted to visit a katsuobushi maker, patiently smoking, fermenting, and drying it into flakes that quietly shape the flavor of almost every Japanese dish. It's fascinating to me how the Japanese turned bonito into something so foundational. It's one of those ingredients you rarely notice, yet Japanese cuisine would not feel the same without it. We continue our journey towards the southernmost region of Wakayama. Hidden within the Higashimuro district is the Kumano Nachi Grand Shrine. There is something about Kumano Nachi Taisha that feels quietly peaceful. Even with tourists passing through and cameras constantly clicking, the calm never really leaves. Maybe it's the mountains. Maybe it is the distant roar of Nachi Falls. Or maybe some places simply carry a stillness that crowds cannot take away. Whaling in Japan remains one of the ocean's most debated issues. Supporters see it as tradition. Critics argue that whales play a vital role in keeping marine ecosystems healthy and that their recovery should be protected. Yet whales are only one part of a much larger challenge, alongside climate change, overfishing, and pollution. Today, the question goes beyond whaling itself. It asks what kind of relationship we want to have with the oceans that sustain us. As we rode back towards Osaka, nothing really felt different. At least not on the outside. But after days on the road, after mountains, rain, good food, and conversations that only happen on long rides, everyone knew what was coming. The roads grew familiar again. The distances became shorter. And somewhere beneath the helmets and the usual jokes, there was that quiet ache everyone felt but never really spoke about. Because the end of a ride is never just the end of a route. It is the moment you realize the journey has already started becoming a memory.